Yo, what is up YouTube? It's your boy Charles here, back here on a brand new video for y'all today. And this is a deck that I played during the Dimension 4 sneak peek. So without further ado, drop the like, comment, and always feel free to subscribe. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so for the Swordsoul package that I usually play, obviously we run the 3 bricks of the deck, the 3 Ecclesia, which this card is literally only just used for just going second. Like, you don't want to see this card like going first off the bat, because you know obviously you just need your worm monsters to start off besides using her, because like honestly like I said, man, she's just a brick hand. Honestly, to be honest, I'd rather just run 2 of this instead, but you know, because I was playing the Dimension 4 sneak peek, I was running 3 for this tournament. So you know, I think 2 is actually way better just for standard wise. So now I feel like it's just way better to run now, so 2 is way better for this deck, for Ecclesia. And obviously we won the 3 copies of the Mo Yi, freaking amazing card, free draw. I like that, it really does help a lot with the deck. And then obviously you just bring it to Chi with that level 4 token, like just the standard Swordsoul combo, and it's just really good. I like that card so much. And one of my favorites, obviously, the Long Young, just burn for 1200 every time you just special summon this card and then bring another token. And you know, this is like probably the best card to ever start off, you know, in case of the Nibiru. You know, you can start off with Baron the Flare or the new level 10 Synchro Monster, which is probably by far like a very godlike card. So really good card to play off. And the 2 bricks, which is Taya, which this card actually does come up really well at times, but you know, Taya can't be a brick at times, but you know, if you at least search it off with Chi Zhao's effect, then you should be good. So yeah, this is basically just a Swordsoul lineup, just a standard Swordsoul. And for the obviously the Tenyis, we run obviously Ashina, probably like the best card of the freaking Tenyi spirits. This card's by far just so good. Like obviously it gets your resources back and forth with this card. Freaking Otara, this card is nuts as well. Like the fact that you can add back a freaking worm monster or a Tenyi monster. I think it's a Tenyi, yeah. Actually, worm monster perhaps, but dude, this card is just freaking good. Like, I just like this card so much that I could just freaking add back Ashina or Long Young from banished to hand. You know, that's such a freaking nutty card. And freaking 3 of Ashuda. Honestly, I feel like running 2 might be way better, in my opinion, if you were to play the Tenyi spirit package like this. But honestly, maxing it out is actually not bad than you think it is. But you know, if you at least have these 2 to start off, Vishuda, actually no, if you have these 2 to start off, basically you just go into Halq Firebrax combo, and then basically you just have a full combo from there. Like these 2 alone itself is what makes the deck so good. Or if not, if you have Otara and a freaking Vessel, you basically just have Halq combo off the bat. So freaking good, really good stuff. One Shithana, this card doesn't really come up as much, but you know, it's really good to at least Foolish Burial this card in case if monsters popped on the field, then you can resolve Shithana's effect, which is not bad, but you know, doesn't really come up as much. And the 1 brick Deskbot, you know, I actually did end up going first and then having to get this card from my hands for my starting 5, so I'm like, freak. So you know, it's whatever, I guess. So, and that's basically the Tenyi spirit package. So yeah, that's basically your whole monsters for that scenario. Moving on to the hand trap lineups. 3 Ash Blossom generic. I have never had this card in hand as much, but you know, it feels good to resolve it. 3 Ghost Spell. I actually did face against 2 Despia players, and unfortunately I lost to both of them because you know, I freaking misplayed a lot at times. But you know, I could have won freaking top cut at least, but you know, I ended up winning two matches and 2 losses against 2 Despia players that are actually really good. So you know, it's whatever. I ain't mad about it. You know, I mean, it's just a sneak peek at the end of the day until like a series tournament like YCS or regionals or whatever freaking level of tournaments there are running this year. But you know, this is, I don't know, that's just how it is, man. You just gotta learn your mistakes and just keep grinding to become a better fucking duelist. So that's how it be, man. Just keep working. So anyways, 2 Ghost Soldier. This card doesn't really come up as much, so I might just consider cutting this at some point in exchange for Effect Veil or something. So, and the 3 Imperm. Not bad hand traps. So yeah, that's basically all my hand traps right there. we're gonna move on to the spells. Standard, 3 Vessel. I don't run the freaking heavily dragon circle. I'm not really a big fan of that card, to be honest. So I don't know. I like Vessel better. Swordsoul Emergence. Freaking, this card's broken. This card needs to get hit at one point in time, but people want this card at least semi-limited, but it's whatever. Keep it at 3 while you can. Swordsoul Summit, your Monster Reborn, which is, I like this card at times. Swordsoul Blackout, good card, really good card to run. But I once resolved this card and I realized that he had freaking what was that card, Branded Opening on his graveyard, so I kind of like effed up the play. So it's like, why did I pop my own Chi and realize that he had a freaking Albion on the field and then he freaking protected. So I kind of made a big misplay on that play for my part, but it's whatever. That's how mistakes goes. You just gotta learn from them. Called by the Grave and the Pod Desires. So that's just my 1-ups, nothing else to it, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, this is basically the whole main deck itself. I think it's 43 cards that I play. So yeah, that's basically 43 cards. So onto the extra deck. 2 Monk, standard honestly. Crystron Halq, really standard for the deck. And Mecha Phantom Beast, which I feel like this card is gonna get banned anyways, so it was fun while it lasted, I guess, unless this video doesn't age well and realize, this card's not gonna get banned, so it'll feel good in the end. So yeah, hope this card does get banned or not. So it's kind of 50-50 for me, so because this card's nuts, and yeah, and it'll definitely ruin Infernoble Knights in the long run. So that's kind of how it started off with, I guess. So yeah, Herald the Arclight, I feel like I might cut this card down. It really didn't help me as much. I didn't see any players running like a lot of Forbidden Droplets, because that right now with Forbidden Droplets not really that good right now in this format. But a free Omni Negate to easily summon, it's good, but it's not really my favorite card. I might either just cut it off to either a Adamancipator Risen Dragite or something. I don't know what you guys think about that. Standard, 2 Chi, really good. Draco Berserker, I never get the chance to summon him. 1 Yazi, I like this card a lot, so broken. Baxia, probably like one of my favorite cards in this deck. Baxia is so good to stop Mirror Jade after the Mirror Jade's resolve. Like, this card is so good, Baxia. Chao Feng, I think I might consider cutting this card down as well. I never got the chance to even like summon this card whatsoever. Freaking Chao Feng. Even though it's really beneficial for this deck alone itself, since it is a were monster. So yeah, and the new level 10 monster, freaking this card's nuts. I like this card a lot. Free burn, am I right? Chang Ying, this card's also nuts as hell. Like, this card is also nuts, man. Sorry for meaning say hell, but I meant to say as well, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, Chang Ying, this card is also good, bro. Like, this card is hella good, man. Alright, and the last but not least, Baron de Fleur. I always keep summoning this card instead of Kijing Longyang, because I kind of have fear of getting the B-root, so it's like, I need to get an Omni Negator at least, That's like the only best Omni Negate besides Herald the Arclight. So yeah, that's basically all the extra deck cards. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the freaking side deck. So side option. Anti-Spell, this card's nuts. It's actually a must play against Despia players at all times, because freaking Anti-Spell is broken and it really does stop a lot of spell cards. So yes, please run this card at 3 if you need it, because since Imperial Order's banned, this card really does benefit a lot if you don't really play a lot of spell cards, like Swordsoul for instance. Like, they don't really run a lot of spell cards in general, they mostly run monsters majority of the time. Like, it's literally just 3/4 of the deck for Swordsoul, so that's the whole point. Evenly Matched, I never got the chance to resolve this. Like, I never had this card in my hand whatsoever, so it's like, I might either just cut it off or just change it. Nibiru, in case if I'm facing against combo decks, but right now in this format we're playing mid-range, so it's like, like, this card itself is just kind of ass, unfortunately, to say the least. Drone Lockbird, this card's actually somewhat decent, since yes, every deck always requires adding cards from deck to hand, so like this is kind of just standard at this point. And for my back removals, 2 Cosmics and 1 Harpy. So yeah, in case if I'm facing against control decks, so that's kind of like my side deck option. And yeah, that is basically my whole entire deck profile. I feel like this was quick from the beginning, so I mean, like, you know what, it's whatever, because, you know, try not to edit too much of these videos, like too fast. But yeah, yeah guys, what do you guys think about this deck profile? Let me know down below in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think about it. So yeah guys, I did end up going 2-2 in the tournaments, so yeah, I'm trying to learn how to play this game right, because, you know, I kind of miss Edison Format, which is my bread and butter of the freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! And yeah guys, what do you guys think about it? So drop down in the comment section, tell me what you guys think. And this is Charles here, and I'm out of here, so peace out, yo.
Girl, I can't take it, these temptations keep my heart racing, make love face it.